In the vibrant coastal town of Oceana Bay, known for its crystal-clear waters and exotic marine life, 2002 was an unforgettable experience for two unsuspecting tourists. Lisa Jenkins and Mark Thompson, a couple seeking a tranquil escape from their mundane lives, arrived at this tropical paradise. With its sun-kissed beaches and lush palm trees, Oceana Bay promises the perfect setting for relaxation and adventure. Lisa, a schoolteacher with a penchant for sea adventures, had always dreamed of exploring the wonders beneath the ocean's surface. Mark, a software engineer in need of a break, eagerly joined her on this voyage of discovery. They left behind the bustling city life and embarked on a journey to Oceana Bay, guided by their shared passion for exploring the natural world. Their arrival in Oceana Bay began a dream vacation filled with sun-soaked days and excellent, refreshing ocean swims. The town's welcoming locals and the aroma of freshly grilled seafood created an ambiance of delight. They spent their mornings snorkeling, their afternoons sipping coconut water, and their evenings indulging in local delicacies. Every day was a new adventure, bringing them closer to the rich marine life that thrived in the bay's deep blue waters. Oceana Bay is famous for its diverse marine ecosystem, from colorful coral reefs to various fish species. But it was also known for its sea snakes, some of which possessed venomous fangs and could deliver excruciating bites if provoked. While these creatures were generally peaceful, Lisa and Mark had heard tales from locals about the occasional encounters that went awry. Still, the couple's passion for exploration made them eager to venture into the ocean's depths. As they frolicked in the azure waters and reveled in the sun's warm embrace, the couple was blissfully unaware of the lurking danger beneath the surface. Oceana Bay was known for its picturesque beauty and residence of sea snakes, some nasty and capable of inflicting painful bites. One fateful afternoon, as the sun hung high in the sky and the couple enjoyed the ocean's tranquility, Lisa took a moment to relieve herself in the water. Unbeknownst to her, this simple act would set in motion a terrifying encounter with one of Oceana Bay's most notorious inhabitants, a sea snake known for its quick temper and potent venom. With the tranquil scene set, we delve into the unfolding drama of this unfortunate confrontation, where the serene ocean would soon turn into a battleground for survival. The events that followed were swift and harrowing. Lisa, waist-deep in the water, began to feel an unusual sensation against her leg. At first, she brushed it off as seaweed, but the sensation persisted, becoming more unsettling with each passing moment. As she turned her gaze downward, her heart pounded in her chest. Coiled around her leg was a sea snake, its iridescent scales glistening in the sunlight. Panic surged through her body and a guttural scream escaped her lips. Mark, swimming nearby, immediately sensed the urgency in her cries and swam toward her. Lisa's mind raced as she tried to free herself from the serpent's grip. The snake, startled by her sudden movements, reacted defensively. It struck rapidly and fluidly, its fangs piercing Lisa's skin. The pain was immediate and intense, shooting through her leg like fire. Mark reached his distressed partner just as the snake's venom began to take its toll. Lisa's vision blurred and she grew weaker by the second. With Mark's help, she managed to break free from the snake's grasp, but the damage was done. Frantic and terrified, Mark towed Lisa back to the shore, shouting for help as he did so. Beachgoers rushed to their aid and someone dialed the emergency number. As they waited for medical assistance, Lisa's condition deteriorated rapidly. The snake's venom coursed through her veins, causing her body to convulse with pain. When the paramedics finally arrived, they quickly assessed the situation. Lisa was in critical condition, her breathing labored and her heart rate erratic. The sea snake's venom was wreaking havoc on her body, and time was of the essence. She was placed on a stretcher and rushed to the nearest medical facility. The once clear waters of Oceana Bay had transformed into a battleground, where the couple fought not against an enemy they could see, but against a venomous intruder hidden beneath the waves. At the hospital, a team of medical professionals worked tirelessly to counteract the effects of the sea snake's venom. Lisa's body was painful, and her life hung in the balance. The situation was dire, and her survival depended on the swift and precise actions of the healthcare team. They administered anti-venom and provided supportive care to counteract the snake's deadly toxin. Mark, overwhelmed with concern, remained by Lisa's side throughout her ordeal. He watched as the medical staff worked tirelessly to stabilize her condition. The days were long and anxious, but gradually there were signs of improvement. Lisa's vital signs stabilized and she started to regain consciousness. After a few weeks of intensive care, Lisa's condition improved significantly. While she had faced a harrowing ordeal, she had emerged from it with her life intact. The sea snake's venom had nearly claimed her, but her resilience and the skill of the medical team had prevailed. As she recovered, authorities launched an investigation into the incident. They scoured the area around Oceana Bay, looking for any signs of unusual sea snake activity. The incident raised awareness about the presence of sea snakes in the region, and local authorities began to educate tourists and beachgoers about the potential risks associated with these creatures. Sea snakes are typically non-aggressive and tend to avoid human contact. They are, however, highly venomous, making any encounter potentially dangerous. While rare, incidents like the one Lisa and Mark experienced were a stark reminder of the delicate balance between humans and the natural world. Interestingly, it was discovered that a similar incident had occurred a few years prior in the same area. A sea snake had bitten another individual, though that individual had not been as fortunate as Lisa. The earlier incident had led to increased vigilance and the implementation of measures to prevent such encounters, but nature remained unpredictable. The authorities, now better informed and equipped, decided to implement additional safety measures near Oceana Bay. They worked with local experts and marine biologists to understand the behavior of sea snakes and improve public safety. Signs were posted along the beach, cautioning visitors about the presence of these creatures and advising them on how to react if they encountered one. Lisa's remarkable recovery and the lessons learned from the sea snake encounter became a source of inspiration and awareness for the local community and visitors. Oceana Bay continued attracting tourists, but now they did so with a newfound respect for the marine life that shared the waters. The incident served as a potent reminder that the natural world is both wondrous and unpredictable, and that coexistence with its inhabitants required knowledge and caution. Lisa and Mark's story, though marked by fear and suffering, ultimately became a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the importance of respecting the boundaries of the animal kingdom. In the remote waters off the Northern Territory coast of Australia, where the horizon stretches endlessly and the sea dances with untold mysteries, a group of brave fishermen pursued their livelihoods. Among them was James Walker, a 25-year-old British national hailing from the coastal town of Portsmouth, who had ventured across the globe to chase his dream of becoming a trawler fisherman. The scene unfolded in the Topaz Tide Bay, a vast and unpredictable expanse of water that had witnessed its share of mundane and extraordinary stories. On board the trawler Ocean Voyager, James was living out his passion. He had left the shores of England in pursuit of adventure and the thrill of the open sea, and this remote Australian outpost had become his new home. But the sea, with all its beauty and secrets, also harbored dangers lurking beneath the surface. The Topaz Tide Bay was known for its diverse marine life, including various sea creatures that navigated its depths. Among them, the sea snake held a particular place, a mysterious resident of these waters. While enigmatic and often overlooked, sea snakes were unique in these oceans. For James, they were an intriguing part of his daily encounters as a trawler fisherman. While not as menacing as some marine predators, they possessed an aura of mystique, and their nasty bite was well documented. The sea sparkled with promise as the sun bathed the trawler's deck in warm light on a fateful morning on the 22nd of August 2000. James and his fellow fishermen performed their tasks, precisely casting nets into the water. They were in their element, living life on the edge of the ocean's embrace. Amid the camaraderie and laughter, little did they know that their daily routine was about to take a tragic turn. As James and his crewmates pulled up the net, a sea snake, typically uninterested in human encounters, had become ensnared. The serpent, threatened by the sudden disruption to its world, lashed out in fear, its venomous fangs finding an unintended victim. The moment was both swift and unexpected. The sea snake's bite, rare in these waters, pierced James's skin, delivering its potent venom. The young fisherman's life took an unforeseen and dangerous trajectory as the trawler continued its work. During this tranquil setting, the tranquility was shattered by the venom's entry into James's bloodstream. The sea snake had inadvertently unleashed a deadly menace with its glistening scales and alien beauty. Once cheerful and carefree, the crew faced a crisis they were ill prepared for. As the hours unfolded and James's condition deteriorated, his fellow fishermen raced against time to secure medical assistance. They called for help from the remote seas, knowing that the vast expanse that had once seemed their sanctuary was now a formidable adversary. As the trawler sped towards the nearest coast with an ailing James on board, the gravity of the situation became all too apparent. James's condition worsened rapidly. The crew, driven by fear and determination, did what they could, providing rudimentary first aid and attempting to keep him stable. In a dire situation without any nearby medical facilities, the crew of the stricken trawler issued an urgent distress call, seeking assistance from nearby maritime authorities. The call triggered a swift and coordinated emergency response. Rescue vessels were dispatched from the mainland to reach the stricken trawler. On board these vessels were medical personnel, prepared to combat the enigmatic peril that had befallen James. The rescue vessels eventually reached the trawler, and a team of professionals went to work. James was quickly transferred to a medical facility where anti-venom was administered in a race to counteract the venom's deadly effects. The crew of the rescue vessel fought valiantly to stabilize his condition. But the road ahead was fraught with peril. Although rarely encountered, the sea snake's venom possessed a potency that challenged even the most skilled medical experts. It attacked James's nervous system, affecting his breathing and circulation, while the clock ticked unforgivingly. Despite their determined efforts, James's battle with the venom ultimately took a devastating turn. His young life, filled with dreams of adventure, was cruelly cut short. The venom's insidious grasp had proven too formidable. On that fateful day in the topaz-tide bay, James Walker became a tragic testament to the unpredictable dangers of the sea. His death, marked by a poignant sense of loss, left his family and friends in the UK shattered. From the shores of Portsmouth to the depths of the bay, his journey was tragically brief. The waters of the topaz-tide bay, while a place of wonder and beauty, had revealed their erratic nature. Sea snakes, mysterious residents of these waters, had silently unleashed a menace that claimed a young life. In the aftermath of this tragedy, the sea snake's bite remained a rare and sad reminder that even in the most remote corners of our world, nature's unpredictability can forever alter the course of human lives. Questions arose after James's untimely passing, and marine biology and snake behavior experts weighed in. Dr. Laura Reynolds, a marine biologist with expertise in sea snakes, expressed her thoughts on the incident. Dr. Reynolds emphasized that while sea snake bites are relatively rare in Australia, their behavior can be unpredictable. Despite their nasty nature, she pointed out that sea snakes are typically not aggressive towards humans. They often flee when encountering humans, as they are more interested in hunting prey like fish. According to Dr. Reynolds, the venomous sea snakes native to Australian waters usually possess small fangs, making it challenging to deliver a substantial amount of venom through a bite. This partly explains the rarity of fatal sea snake bites in the country. The case of James Walker stood out as an exceptional tragedy, and its circumstances were met with shock and sorrow. His death was a poignant reminder of the inherent risks associated with working in the natural world, even in environments as stunning and captivating as the waters of the topaz-tide bay. As authorities conducted their investigations and sought to understand the specifics of this incident, the broader fishing community in Australia expressed its condolences to James's family and friends. His loss served as a solemn reminder of the hazards those living in the sea face. While this story serves as a testament to the unexpected and sometimes tragic intersections of human and natural worlds, it also celebrates the memory of James Walker, a young adventurer living his dream in a place of natural beauty and wonder. The waters of the topaz-tide bay, with their sea snakes and mysteries, had irrevocably altered the course of one man's journey. As the ripples of this tragedy spread, they echoed across continents, touching the hearts of those who had known him, even as they highlighted the enduring enigma of sea snakes and the unpredictable nature of life itself. In the balmy days of July 2001, on the picturesque shores of Darwin, a city framed by the sparkling waters of the Meridian Sea, A tale unfolded that would come to be retold among the fishing circles of Australia. The stage was set for an angler's adventure, and the characters of our story were about to embark on a fishing trip that would become etched in their memories. Our central figure, whose love for fishing surpassed the bounds of ordinary enthusiasm, was now known as Paul Anderson. With the charisma and spirit of a true Aussie, Paul's eyes sparkled with anticipation as he readied himself for a fishing excursion that promised bountiful catches and unforgettable moments. His fishing buddy for this outing, dubbed Jeffrey Wilson, was a seasoned companion. Jeffrey's rugged demeanor bore witness to countless fishing expeditions, and his friendship with Paul had stood the test of time. Together they formed a duo seasoned in the art of angling and well-versed in the tricks of the trade. This maritime adventure's destination was the Meridian Sea, a vast expanse known for its abundant marine life and pristine waters. The lure of reeling in barramundi and other prized catches had drawn them to this nautical playground. The date etched into the annals of their shared experiences was July 2001. The sea was calm and the sun kissed the horizon, glowing their expectant faces warmly. As they cast their lines into the turquoise waters of the Meridian Sea, the promise of a successful fishing trip beckoned. Little did they know that a serpentine surprise awaited them beneath the waves, an encounter that would make this fishing trip more memorable than any they had embarked upon before. Paul and Jeffrey's fishing expedition was well underway as the sun hung low in the sky, casting elongated shadows across the tranquil sea. The Meridian Sea seemed to cradle their boat, and the anticipation of a fruitful catch energized their efforts. Amid the camaraderie and laughter, as they shared stories and contemplated their most recent near miss with a particularly elusive barramundi, an unexpected guest silently encroached upon their floating sanctuary. In the depths below, a sea snake of considerable length had spied the commotion above the water's surface. Perhaps drawn by the struggling fish's commotion and the fishing line's vibrations, it spiraled up one of the lines and emerged into the realm of anglers. For Paul and Jeffrey, seeing the sea snake was an unexpected surprise. Fearful of harming the sea creature, they initially opted to take a cautious approach, seeking a way to free the snake from their fishing line unscathed. However, their decision would take an unfortunate turn in a fleeting moment of distraction. While Paul searched for scissors to cut the line gently, Jeffrey inadvertently turned his back to the curious sea serpent. In that fateful instant, as the line grew taut with tension and the snake felt cornered, it struck out, biting Jeffrey on the hand. Although devoid of venom, the sting of the sea snake's fangs sent a sharp electric jolt of pain through Jeffrey's hand. Jeffrey initially dismissed it in the wake of the bite, attributing the pain to a harmless encounter. However, as the throbbing intensified the following day, he realized he had been bitten. A trip to the hospital became inevitable as the pain radiated through his hand, and the area around the wound became inflamed. Jeffrey's experience was a stark reminder of the potent venom that sea snakes possess. While his particular assailant had spared him a dose of venom, these creatures were well known for their toxic bite. Dr. Michael Guinea, a marine biologist, emphasized the risks associated with sea snakes, pointing out that they were on par with tiger snakes and western browns regarding venomous potency. Nevertheless, in the case of trawl fishing companies like the one Paul and Jeffrey were part of, strict safety measures and education concerning handling sea snakes were paramount. This was part of why sea snake bites were a rarity in Australian waters. Jeffrey's ordeal, a blend of pain and unexpected circumstances, served as a reminder of the ocean's mysteries. Despite the mishap, the fishing trip still held a special place in their hearts due to the significant catches of barramundi and the enduring memory of a sea snake's surprise appearance. In the days following the sea snake's unexpected visit, Jeffrey's condition deteriorated rapidly. The infection around the bite wound had spread, causing his hand to swell and become increasingly painful. Concerned for his well-being, he decided to seek medical attention. The hospital stay lasted for 2 challenging afternoons as doctors fought to control the infection in his hand. The sea snake's bite had caused intense pain and a severe local infection, which threatened to lead to dire consequences. The attending surgeon emphasized the potential necessity of amputation if the infection continued its relentless march through Jeffrey's hand. Luckily, their medical intervention bore fruit, and the worst-case scenario was narrowly avoided. Though Jeffrey's finger bore a sizable scar, and the memory of the sea snake's bite would forever haunt his fishing exploits, he counted himself fortunate. The choice to seek medical help had been life-saving, a stark reminder that even an encounter with an otherwise benign sea snake could swiftly escalate into a life-threatening situation. Despite the challenges and close call, Jeffrey reflected on their fishing adventure with mixed emotions. Their haul of barramundi, replete with large specimens and the thrill of the hunt, had cemented the journey as a success. The camaraderie between friends and the satisfaction of a great catch provided lasting memories. Still, Jeffrey couldn't help but reflect on the strange twist of fate that had nearly cost him a finger. The sea snake's appearance had added an unexpected layer to their fishing trip, leaving them with a story to tell and a newfound respect for the enigmatic creatures of the deep. In the aftermath of the sea snake incident, Paul and Jeffrey's adventure became a tale of resilience, a testament to the unpredictability of the natural world and the unyielding spirit of those who sought to conquer its challenges. With a finger saved and stories to share, they returned to the waters, knowing that the ocean's depths held both wonder and potential danger, waiting to reveal their secrets to those who dared to explore.